Let's talk about things that you can do to balance out your root chakra, right? So we're not going to get too much into why these things help. I'll definitely make separate videos on just educating you in general about each of these things, right? But that's for after the chakras. So anyway, meditation helps. Yoga helps as well. When you stretch, that actually helps break up the tissue that was holding that electromagnetic energy. When you have negative emotions and negative beliefs and whatnot, and you store it in your body, sometimes it can get trapped in your muscle tissues or your skin or, you know, whatever. It can get trapped in any of your physical matter, right? So stretching helps kind of break up the blockages. Any exercise in general is going to help this chakra because the root is the most physical of all the chakras, right? So any kind of physical activity is going to help stimulate this root chakra, right? Therapy is another great one, right? So in therapy, you can kind of get to the root of your imbalances if you're having a hard time determining where certain unwanted behavior patterns or beliefs came from, right? So a professional, a trained professional can help walk you through this, and you can kind of tell them like, I act like this, and I'm trying to figure out what happened in my childhood, or, you know, what made this a thing in my everyday life right now, right? And you can kind of work through it with the help of a trained professional. So nourishing your body with foods that resonate around the same frequency as the root. So any red foods, any foods that are rich in red, right? You can get acupuncture, you can get a massage, like I said. The messing with your muscle tissues, messing with your tissues can kind of help get in there and kind of break up any energetic blockages, especially from the surface that you have, right? So also you can surround yourself with colors that are resonant to the root chakra, right? So we're talking red, browns, grays, black, but then also any color that makes you feel more safe, more secure, more comfortable, right? So my favorite color is pink, and by far pink is going to make me feel the most comfortable and the most secure out of every color of the rainbow, right? So I will always choose pink, and that is going to help my root chakra, although it is not at the resonant frequency. Right. So you can also do mantras. A lot of people like mantras. They kind of meditate on them. You know, I am safe, I am secure, I am loved, stuff like that. You can look up root chakra mantras. The chanting, you can do the chants. I believe Lam. A lot of people sit and they'll meditate on Lam, or however you do it, right? And it creates a certain vibration which resonates with the root chakra, right? And so you can also do binaural beats. You can look up binaural beats and root chakra resonant frequencies. So certain frequencies that you can look up on YouTube or whatever, they resonate to the root chakra frequency. So that really helps. Any kind of like singing bowls or sound bowls, just you can look up sound therapy, right? Another way is to accept that you as a person have needs, physical and emotional needs as a human being, and it is perfectly healthy, it is perfectly normal, perfectly natural. A list of all your physical and emotional needs and be completely honest with yourself, you know, and determine if you have any beliefs that are unreasonable or unrealistic, right? So if so, that is where you start looking for a subconscious belief that causes you to have these unreasonable needs in the first place, right? That is where you can go to look to get to the root of the issue. So ask yourself, what do I need to feel accepted? What do I need to feel stable? What do I need to feel safe, secure, wanted, connected? What do I need to feel loyalty from a partner or commitment? What do I need to feel nourished? What do I need to feel abundant, right? If these are not being met, you can write a list of ways you can help change these things. Again, you know, being realistic with yourself, but you can make a list, a realistic list to change these things, right? So more ways are breath work, doing breath work, and you can do your research about that. You can use grounding essential oils. You can spend time in nature or with animals. Those are very grounding, right? Also, a gratitude journal is really amazing because it really helps to like shift your focus from your lack to the things that you do have, right? It retrains your brain essentially to the glass half full instead of half empty mentality. Express your sexuality in a healthy way. So this means living out that fantasy with your partner that you've been wanting to live out, right? That you've been daydreaming about, that you've been too nervous to even speak on to your partner, right? Do not feel like anything about your sexuality, your needs, your wants, your desires, do not feel embarrassed about any of this, right? Because you are a human being and we all have needs, we all have wants, we all have desires. That's perfectly normal, right? You can look up Tantra. Tantra is a great healing modality that works with sexual energies. So my favorite kind of way to have stimulate that healthy, sexy energy is to, you know, go take a class, right, ladies? Like, go learn some sexy dance moves and then go show it off for your man, right? Get a Carmen Electra DVD and do a chair dance, or, you know what I mean? Like, find whatever makes you feel sexy and whatever makes you feel whatever helps strengthen the bond of you feeling connected with your partner and loved and accepted, right? And you can ask them, like, do you have any random fantasies or desires or wants that you just have never lived out? And, you know, find ways within your partner that you can sexually feel more connected and loving together, right? So only when we have our needs met can we focus on growing and expanding, right? This is why all this is so important. So another thing, pay attention to your fear. Right, so fear is an instinctual fight or flight, adrenal and hormonal response that is there to help aid us in survival. You know, it's a danger alarm, if you will. Right, so figuring out where your fears stem from can help you figure out those pesky, unwanted, subconscious beliefs, right? We all know who General Patton was fighting the war back in the day, right? And somebody had asked him, don't you get afraid? Like, we're all scared shitless, and you just are so courageous and brave. You just don't get afraid at all? And General Patton replied, of course I get afraid. Of course I'm fearful. I just do not take counsel from that fear, right? So follow in the footsteps of General Patton and do not ever take counsel from your fear. Figure out how to face it head on, figure out where it's stemming from, and tackle it. That's good root chakra energy, right? That's how you can help balance your root chakra. Well, everybody, that is a load of information. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you have an amazing week. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any thoughts or feelings. And I hope you all have an amazing day. I will be back next week. Mwah.